This is the MonDak OilField Review with host Jason Spiess.
My name is Jason Spiess, and this is the MonDak OilField Review, soon to be called the Crude Life Daily Update. On today's episode, we talk with Brent Bogar with Jadestone Consulting. Bogar explains some of the tax revenues and distribution, as well as production and extraction taxes. In just a moment, part of our exclusive interview with Brent Bogar, Jadestone Consulting, right here on the MonDak OilField Review, soon to be called the Crude Life Daily Update.
Jason Spiess, the most trusted voice in the Bakken.
I totally agree with you, and the word that you brought into this is fact. You tell the facts, and then you let people make up their own minds.
You want someone who's competent. You don't want to get a bunch of rookies.
Love listening to Jason Spiess on the radio, and if I miss him there, I catch him online.
Let's bring in Jason Spiess, who is a multimedia journalist in North Dakota. Jason, what's your thought on this?
No one does an interview like Jason Spiess.
Welcome back to the MonDak OilField Review, soon to be called the Crude Life Daily Update. My name is Jason Spiess. I'm your host. Thank you, folks, for joining us today. And now, part of our exclusive interview with Brent Bogar with Jadestone Consulting about the oil and gas tax revenues and where the distribution of those monies are going. This is Brent Bogar.
Well, and I agree with you, Jason. I think we've got to be practical, as even working out in Western North Dakota and the Western Dakota Energy Association and its members, they'd come down to the session every year or every time here to Bismarck and basically say, don't kill the golden goose. You can only squeeze so much out of it before you're going to kill it. And that's where, like, this idea of increasing the extraction tax, and where that comes from is in 2015, the legislature reduced the extraction tax from 6.5% to 5%. In exchange for that, they got rid of what was called the big trigger, which, because oil prices had collapsed, would have actually reduced the extraction tax to 0%, and it would have stayed at that rate for nearly 2 years before it would have come back in. Obviously, if we would have had the big trigger, that would have been a huge loss to the state. Merrill and others say, well, you didn't need to reduce the rate. You could have kept it at 6.5 and just got rid of the big trigger. I don't agree with that, because the Bakken, North Dakota, competes with Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Oklahoma for these capital dollars that the industry invests. They have other options that, quite frankly, are more lucrative. You don't have cold weather. You don't have transportation restrictions, capacity restrictions on pipelines and stuff in these other fields. And so you have to remember, we're competing on not just a national, but a global market.
To listen to the full-length interview with Brent Bogar with Jadestone Consulting, or to check out other exclusive interviews, visit thecrudelife.com. That's thecrudelife.com. As we mentioned at the beginning of the update, the MonDak OilField Review will soon be named the Crude Life Daily Update. From the staff of the Crude Life Daily Update, my name is Jason Spiess, asking you to keep calm and frack on.